Welcome to my YouTube channel, CodeWithRisky. Hey everyone, welcome to day first of this beginner-friendly JavaScript tutorial series. Whether you are completely new to programming language or just getting started with JavaScript, you're in right place. In this video, we will cover the absolute basics. But trust me, these basics are powerful. By the end of today's session, you will be able to write your first few lines of JavaScript, print things to the screen, and understand how variables and string work. So grab a notepad, open your code editor or browser console, and let's dive right in. So the first question that's going to come up in our mind is, what is JavaScript? Basically, JavaScript is a scripting or programming language that allow you to implement complex feature on web pages. Every time a page does more than just sit there and display static information for you to look at. Displaying timely content updates, interactive maps, animations, 2D, 3D graphics, scrolling video, jukebox, etc. You can bet that JavaScript is probably involved. It is the third layer of the layered cake of standard web technologies, two of which HTML and CSS. We will cover it much more details in other part of the learning area. The first thing we learn in every programming language is how to print. In JavaScript, if you wanna print something, you use console.log. What is console.log? The console.log method in JavaScript is used to output message or data to the console. Like, this is our web page. If I right-click and inspect there is a console. This is your web page and there is your console. It is your inbuilt feature of your browser. There you can use JavaScript. And if you want to use JavaScript in backend, so you have to use Node.js. We will learn about it later. So let's start. When you want to print anything in JavaScript, you use console.log, like console.log parenthesis hello one and see. And now it's printed hello world. Anything you want to print in JavaScript, you should to use console.log. If you're facing some warnings in your console, so you can press there and your console will be clear. Like if I refresh it, so here I can see some kind of warnings. So avoid it, just clear console by Control L or Command by Control N. Clear console, and as you can just right click and clear console. If you're writing your JavaScript in browser, so whenever you refresh it, it will all lost. You will lose every JavaScript you write. So we need a code editor to write code, so where we can save our code. In my case, I am using Visual Studio. That is really popular in industries. So let's start. First, we have to make a folder. Like I am creating folder, save first. Save first and right click, open with code. So this is our day first of learning JavaScript. First, you have to create a HTML file. After that, you have to link your JavaScript file to HTML. Then you can open it on your browser. Welcome to Visual Studio. Cancel it. So we are going to make our first HTML file, and its name will be index.html. The reason to write it index.html, it was index means our main page. Index.html. Now press shift and 1. You will see exclamation symbol and enter it. This is the code that VS Code provides us. It's like a demo HTML file. Now we will make another file, javascript.js. Enter. So this is our first file. We just created javascript.js. Before we write anything in it, we have to link our JavaScript file in HTML so we can redirect it in our browser. Let's link the file we created JavaScript. Okay. So to link the JavaScript file, we have to this our type before body tag. This is body tag before body tag. SCR and here it is. Escaped, and now we have to put the path where our JavaScript file is. So I just type J and he find out where is my file. Actually, my file was in same folder like day one. In if you have file in same folder, so it will find it out by itself. But if your file in another folder, so you have to write the path where is your JavaScript file is. So now we have linked the JavaScript file here. So let's write console.log. In VS Studio, you have lots of shortcut to write lots of things. Like if I wanna write console.log, so instead of write console.log, I can just write log, L-O-G, and enter. If I write log and enter, so it will write it automatically console.log. But in your case, maybe it could be possible you can't be able to, but in different devices, it's work differently. In my device, if I write log and enter, so it automatically write console.log. But in your case, maybe you can just write CLG and enter. So it will rewrite automatically console.log. But in my system, it's work on log. Log enter console.log. Now, now I want to print a number like 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now if we want to open this folder in our browser, so we have to download some extensions. If I want to open this HTML file in my browser, so I have to download a extension. There is an extension icon, and now search live server. Live server. Here it is, live server. Install. Okay, maybe it's installed. Now it's installed. So, okay. Now, if I want to open this folder, so I have to click on this button, go live. Go live. So it's redirected me in my browser. Wait a minute. Oh. So it is my browser. If I right click on my browser or tap on inspect button, or here is my console. So here I can see the code I write in my JavaScript file. That was 234. It was a number. And there is something it's telling me failed to load. Just clear it. Right click, clear console. And reload, and here's your number. Okay, so let's write something in it. This is my first JavaScript video. Okay. And now it's appearing. Now it just appear here. Okay. JavaScript. Okay. Okay, let's start to learn more thing in JavaScript. Now we have just learned how to print something in JavaScript. In JavaScript, we have data types. So let's move on our next topic, that is data type in JavaScript. There are two types of data types in JavaScript. First is primitive data type and second is non-primitive data types. Let's talk about primitive data type first. These are the most basic data types. They store a signal value and immutable. Immutable means we can't change it. There are 7 primitive data types. First is string, second number, third boolean, fourth undefined, fifth null, sixth big int, 7 symbol. Let's start from a string. Everything we write in double quotes and single quotes, it's called a string. Basically, we add text value in a string. Let's move on second one, it's number. It could be in decimal and the value can be negative, does not matter. Number is number. Third is Boolean. If the value is in true and false, it means yes or no. It means it's Boolean. Undefined data type is like we declare. It's like we declare a variable but does not give it a value. Variable declare but not assign. Means we make variable but does not add a value in it. And fifth one is null. Null means nothing. Represent no value or empty. It's like when you ask your mom, can I go to the party? Can I go for the party tonight? And she say, ask your dad. And does not give you answer yes or no. Just null. No value. Begin. Begin means very large number. Large integer beyond symbol limit. Well, it used in cryptocurrency. Symbol. ID symbol. It's like unique and immutable identifier. It's like a roll number that class give us a roll number that is always unique to others. Can't be same of two people. It's like ID and symbol. And now let's talk about non-primitive data types. These store multiple values and are mutable. Are mutable means we can change it. First, object. Object like name, age, key value pair collection. We will talk about it later. Objects. Objects like a wall. Wall of brick. In a wall there is lots of bricks. In object there is lots of key value pair. Arrays. Arrays like a box. 1, 2, 3 or a list of value. Arrays like a collection. Arrays like a box. Array is like a box where you can put lots of things or the list of value. We will talk about it later. Function. Function. We make function at function are reusable block of code. Like if we write a function, so we don't have to write a code again. So we don't have a write code again and again. We just have to make a function one time and we can use it again and again. How much we want to use, we can use it. We don't have to write again and again. Fourth one, built-ins. New date, built-in object types. It is related to date. It used to add dates and times on code. So let's talk about it one by one. The topics we covered in this video was how to print something in JavaScript, and we already talked about JavaScript data types. Two types of data types, primitive or non-primitive. The topics we already covered in this video was how to print anything in JavaScript, and second was data types in JavaScript. Now let's create variables. So our first question is, what is variable? What is variable in JavaScript? In JavaScript, a variable is like a container that stores data values you want to use later in your program. We can think it as a label box where we can keep things like numbers. It means categorized. Numbers, text, we call it a string. Every text we write in double quote is a string, as we learned about it, as we already talked about it. Objects, a wall of brick, Boolean, true false value, means yes or no. In JavaScript, there are three main types of variable based on how they declare. First, var. We can make variable by using var. Old way, avoid using now. People used to use var in past. Now people don't use var. It's not recommended. When we create variable in var, it can be redeclared we can update it, and is global scope variable. We will talk about hosting later. Variable. In var case, how to make variable? Just write var, then name of variable you want to make. Like in this example, there is x, variable x. We gave a value 10, and 10 is a number, and what data type it is? Number data type, as we learn on. And now in same case, you can see we can redeclare the value of x. In first case, we put the value x is 10, and second, we put same variable x value 20, and it is allowed. We can redeclare that variable. Second is let. It's a modern and recommended to use in current coding. Let. It can be updated. We can update it. We can update let. Cannot be redeclared in same scope. We can't redeclare same variable if we made it let. Block scope. We can use it in block scope. What is block scope? Let. How to create variable in let? Let y is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. It's allowed because it's when you try to make variable without using let, var, const, and just write a name and give it a value, so it's considered as a var. It is considered as a var. Like you can say there is a var written, but it is invisible. You can think like that. It is allowed. And in that case, when you try to change value of given variable, like you already gave y a 10 value and you are try to change the value like this, so it will throw a error the same block. You can't just change the value of variable if you are using let. And third one is const or constant. Const cannot be updated or redeclared. You can't update the value of const. Const means constant. It will remain same. Block scope must be initialized during declaration. Const. Now we are making variable by const. Const z. Z is name of variable. Const z is equal to 10. Z is equal to, now z is equal to 20, error. You can't change. Const z is equal to 30, error. You can't change it. Cannot be updated or redeclared. The thing we learn, let's see. Variable declaration keyword. Keyword var, let, const. Scope, function, block. Function means global. If you write, what is scope? Function. Function is global. And let and const are block scope. Can reassign? Yes. In var case, we can reassign value. In let case, we can reassign value. But in const case, we can't reassign value because it will remain constant. Posted. We will learn about it later. Use case. Old avoid to modern JavaScript. Yes, as I told you, past days, people used to use var. But now everyone avoid to use var because it throws error. Let. Use cases. Best for value that change. Best for constant. Constant that will be going. Constant that we are not want to change. For naming variable, there are some kind of rules that you have to follow. First, you should to start with the letter, underscore, or $sign. Cannot start with the number, let one num. You can't start a variable with a number. Or case sensitive. In JavaScript, they are case sensitive. Means, if you are making variable with a small alphabet name and creating another variable with a capital name, so they both are not same, they are different. So they are case sensitive. Cannot use reserved word like let, if, were, etc. In JavaScript, there are some kind of words that are reversed word. We can't use it to make variables like let, if, where, const, etc. So, let's start how to declare variable using where, let, and const. We have already seen lots of theory. Let's dive into practical. So first, let's start with the where. Where I'm making headline and commenting it. How to comment and what is comment? When you write your code and don't want your code editor to read it and just want to ignore by your code editor, so you just comment the code. How to comment? Press Control or slash together. And if you are using Mac, so you have to use command or slash or it will be comment. Let's start using where. Let's start making variable where. Where name is equal to. Let's start creating variable by using where. Where name is equal to double quotes whiskey. Whiskey log कर दो name variable console.log log name variable and let's see. Okay, now we are done. Go live. Uh, this wait. This is my first JavaScript video. Video console. So now we can see we created a variable by using var. And as I say, if you don't use var, let and const to use variable, like if I'm using name variable and giving it name whiskey and then lock name. So you can see as we learn in our var variable, in var variable it is global. In this my name variable that I created by var, the value in my name variable is whiskey and now I just change without using let, var and const. When I don't use let, var, const, so it automatically consider it as a var like this. And var is global variable. You can change the value of var variable infinite time because as we've seen there, var function global can reassign yes. We can reassign var variable. We can change the value of var how much we want. There is no restrictions. So now let's make a variable by let age is equal to 25. That age is equal to 23. Log age. Let's see. We created a variable by using let and name is our variable. We put the value 23 and 23 is a number. So the age data type is number and our name data type was string. Everything we write in double quotes and single quotes is string. And number is number. This is number data type. And so I'm not using let, const and var there, so it declared as a var, consider as a var automatically, and it changed the value of my age. That's why we avoid to use var, because it changed value again and again. So let's move on. Const, 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 country, country, India. See, in const, we can't change the variable value. My variable is country, and in this case, age is my variable, and here name is my variable. To create variable, we use var, let, and const. In let, we can't change the value. In variable, we can change the value infinitely, but let we can't change. Let's see. If I write let age is equal to 34. Age is equal to 45. See, it's throwing error here. Let cannot be declared block scope variable age. It's telling me you can't redeclare the value of age because you already declared the value of age. You can't redeclare it, and you can see here syntax error. Identifier age has already been declared at JavaScript 14 line. So we can't just redeclare the value of age because we made it by let, using let. And const, if we try to, wait, let me delete this one line. Okay, now everything is fine. Okay. And same in const case, we just can't const country. See, you can see the red underline. It means you are writing something that will throw the error. America. Uncaught syntax error. Identify country has already been declared at JavaScript 9:23. See, we can't just redeclare const as well. See, const block, no. Can we reassign? No. We can't reassign a value of const. So in this video, the thing we have learned, let's take a quick recap what kind of thing we have learned in this video. So the things we have learned in our first video was how to print something in JavaScript, and second was JavaScript data type. There are two types of data types, primitive and non-primitive. And after that, we learn about variables, what is variables in JavaScript, and how to create variables in JavaScript. There are three types of variables: var, const, and let. Var, const, and let. There are three types of variable: var, let, and const. Also, there are some kind of rules we just can't break. Like, variable must start with a letter, underscore, or dollar. Cannot start with a number like one num or case sensitive. Small and capital are different, not same. Cannot use reserved word like let, if, were, etc. So this kind of thing we have learned in this video. So that's all for this video. This is Code with Risky, your coding buddy, signing off. Keep learning, stay consistent, and I will see you in next video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button, subscribe Code with Risky for daily beginner-friendly JavaScript lessons by Risky. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video.